Pixel 3 XL. And I hear you. Why are you talking about this? Well, believe it or not, a lot of you have asked me, Steve, do a review on the Google Pixel 3 XL. But more importantly, on the 24th of October, I believe, Google is going to announce the new Google Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. And they're going to be bringing out some other little hardware bits. And today's video is going to be about Google's new ecosystem. I'm going to take this out, we're going to shoot some footage, I'm going to do some video recording, yes, on an old Pixel 3 XL. And we're going to talk a little bit about the new ecosystem that is Google and how I think we could be looking at a newcomer that will rival Apple's. What's Google's new chip called?
Google Tensor. According to Bloomberg.com, called Google Tensor, the new silicon is a significant development for the Alphabet Inc.
That's what I'm talking about. I have the Apple iPhone. I used to have the Apple iPhone. Thank God for cases, right? So I've got the Apple iPhone 12 Pro Max. I haven't got the 13 because, you know, I just think the incremental updates that they do, the Pro Max is still fantastically good. The battery's good, the camera's good. Yes, I haven't got ProMotion and I haven't got cinematic. So what? Do I want 1080p cinematic? Not really. Do I want ProRes? No, not when it eats 100 megabyte up a second. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Apple. I want to talk about something that everyone's kind of ignoring. Up until recently, if you wanted to come away from the Apple ecosystem, your options were Samsung. Why Samsung? Well, because they did a very good watch, they do an amazing phone, and they have a laptop. And they do their own chips. So they do the Exynos, you know, or whether they do have the Snapdragon in America and the Exynos for the Europe. I kind of get my head around that. I don't quite know what that's about, but I'm sure some of you can hit me in the comments on that. But the problem is when you go for the laptop, when you go for the Samsung laptop, you get the Windows operating system. Not really the ecosystem. But you get the Galaxy Buds, you got the watch. But now, there is a newcomer. Do I want to be spending, you know, to get a decent Mac? Do I want to be spending £2,500, £3,000, £4,000, £50,000 for the most dearest Mac? Do I want to be spending £1,200, £1,500 on a phone? Do I want to be spending £500 on a watch, £240 on earbuds, £70, £100 on the TV? When there is an alternative that might actually do it better. Let's have a look at some of this footage. Some of the photos that I've taken with this old Google Pixel 3 XL, and then we'll talk more. This is the Google Pixel 3 XL in video mode. I've just done a 4-mile walk with the dog. You can see it's some quite picturesque. I've just taken some pictures, some portrait stuff as well. This is a Pixel 3 XL. I'm just talking, there's no camera, there's no microphone plugged into this at all. It's just me. This is the quality of this phone, which you can pick up for like £150 now on Amazon. I'll try and find some links and I'll put it in below. But this is the quality of the front-facing camera of the Google Pixel 3 XL. This is the rear-facing camera of the Google Pixel 3 XL with the microphone. So, well, not with a microphone, the microphone's part of the camera, but I don't even know if I can see if I'm in focus because I'm doing the reverse side and I can't see the screen. So this is the reverse side of the camera of the Google Pixel 3 XL. You know, you're talking of a phone here that's got 128 gig storage and what's it now, 4 years old, 5 years old? And it's still an amazing quality. I have Android 12 running on this, working perfectly. It's fast, it's quick, the software is very good. I think the Pixel 6 is going to be a game changer. So this is the Google Pixel 3 XL rear-facing camera video footage. I mean, that footage is just incredible. I mean, this is a Google Pixel 3 XL. You know, and what they're doing now with the new Tensor chip is they are going to do what Apple have been doing for so long. Is their amazing software that they write, you know, and at the end of the day, Google is a software house. They are going to write their software to seamlessly integrate with now the Pixel hardware that they now own. And they are bringing all of that at at an affordable price with it. You know, I've heard rumours, now don't quote me on this, that the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6X or 6 Pro is going to be around about the 649 to the £800 mark. I don't think it's going to reach the 1,000 mark. I could be wrong. Now we've got the new Chrome base all-in-one system. You know, we can turn the screen horizontally, and everything from the new watch that they're doing. I mean, the new watch looks amazing. Companies of John Prosser, who has leaked that, of course. I don't know if we're going to see that. I'm hoping we do, because it looks sleek, it looks nice. They have the Health app. Not only that, they have the G Suite, the business suite with Gmail and Google Drive and Calendar and Maps. They are a monster, you know. And I'm thinking, you know, Apple do things really good, and what Apple do, they build premium products, but it does come with the premium price. And is Google doing it better? You know, with this little phone here, what I love most about it, and what I've always loved, is that I can just squeeze and up pops the Google Assistant. No, I'm not going to get that. Please don't say anything. You know, just simple things. When I'm sitting in a restaurant and I am listening to some music and I think, oh my God, who is that? It comes up here at the bottom, tells me who the artist is, who's singing it, and I can add it straight to my Spotify or my YouTube music instantly. The always on display. I think Apple have seriously missed a trick with the new phone. Now, maybe there's something they're going to do with this new redesign next year on the 14, from what I'm hearing. I don't know. But come on, Apple. Always on display. You know, you've got it on the watch. Why have you not got it on the iPad and on the phone? It's just paramount to just look and just see your notifications, right? Google do that, you know, and I'm kind of thinking, you know, the Pixel Buds, they're 90 quid and they sound pretty good. I've got a pair. I will do the review on them, as I know you keep asking. My dad's got them at the moment, but I'll do it next week. They're 90 quid. They're not £240. Are they brilliant? Like, you know, it's Bluetooth. They sound good. They do sound good. It does what you need it to do for the gym and going for a walk. I just think people are missing the trick. I think Google could be that sleeping giant. You know, everyone was kind of looking at Samsung as the alternative ecosystem to the Apple ecosystem. And Samsung is good. They do the really good, the watch. They do an amazing phone. They do some very good hardware. And, you know, you've got the TVs and everything else that goes with it. But they're reliant on Windows. You know, the Windows 10, Windows 11 on their laptops. Google isn't. The downside to Chrome, I think, if we're looking at the ecosystem that is now Google, you know, what do I need? Why do I need this Mac? Why do I need to be spending £3,000-4,000 up to £50,000 on a Mac? Why? What do I do a majority of the time? Documents, check. I use Google Docs, believe it or not, most of the time. Drive, I use Google Drive, if I'm honest, most of the time, because my business is on G Suite. My biggest thing is editing, and that is, you know, even if I was going to say, well, what about editing photos and thumbnails and stuff like that? Well, Canva is really, really good. There are some amazing web services out there like Canva that allow you to do thumbnails and banner art and business cards. It's amazing. You don't need to have a desktop computer to do that anymore. However, when it comes to editing, it's not there. It's really not there. You know, and I edit using Final Cut Pro. I've never really wanted to go to Adobe because it's quite sluggish. It's probably better than Final Cut, I'm sure, to a degree. But you need, you know, and Final Cut is predominantly Mac. And I just wish Google had that, if they could do that alternative, you know, because I think that creative part, you know, because they own YouTube, you know, they own YouTube. And I just think that the ecosystem that is Apple, that is really good. I think these now are the ones to watch. I love this. I still use the Google Pixel 3 XL and I have Android 12 on it. This phone you can pick up for like £150. It's fast. It's got amazing wallpapers. The Google Assistant is inbuilt. You scroll to the right and you have the news. It does the WhatsApp, the messaging app. If I was to give a downside to the Google product itself right now, if I was to give you one downside, is I don't like the way Google will just suddenly change their mind about something. You know, whereas Apple have got iMessage, and they stick with iMessage, and they make iMessage unbelievably good and make it very sticky. And they have FaceTime, and they're doing amazing things, and they stick with FaceTime. You know, and they have Apple Music, and they stick and make it amazing with Apple Music. Now I know you've got Spotify, and that's cross-platform, but YouTube, you know, they had Google Play Music, and they've shifted all that over to YouTube Music, and they pissed so many people off in doing that because half the features that we had on Google Play Music wasn't on YouTube Music. You know, and then they had a messaging app, and now they've changed that to this messaging app, and then they had some sort of face thing that they were doing, and now they've gone to Google Duo, and it can't help but leave me wondering, Google, if I get myself into that and do that, and are you then suddenly going to change it into something else? And that's the bit I need to just know from Google, that they're going to get the product, they're going to stick with it and make it amazing. And also as well, if they could just bring out some sort of editing app for video, and I'm sure, hit me up in the comments if you know of any good Chrome editing software that you can do that's as good as Final Cut Pro. I'd love to know. I don't know of any, but I can't help but love the new Android 12, and I think that the Google Pixel, the Google Watch, the Buds, the Chromebook, you know, at the affordable prices that we can afford, but with that amazing software that is Google and Android Auto and all of those amazing things, I think Apple needs to really seriously look at what Google are doing, because I think they are the sleeping giant that could come up and really capture those people and think, I don't need to be spending that amount of money on a phone that hasn't really changed, looks the same. Yeah, it's reliable and it does good things, but these are exciting. These software developers at Google are doing amazing things, and I think it's an alternative, a very strong contender to Samsung and Apple in this ecosystem. So as always, if you enjoyed watching this video, thank you so much. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It means the world to me. I know some people just watch these videos because it gets put up by YouTube, but it does tell everybody that, you know, this channel is doing well. Also, if you hit the like, it also helps the algorithms of Google to send that video to more people. And of course, next week I will try and get hold of those Google Pixel Buds off my dad and do a review on those. Because of the new Google launch that's coming out, I want to try and get as much as I can in that. So if you want to watch that, please make sure that you stay tuned, and I shall see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.